All right, Henry McClure live. Hey, it's Saturday Night Live. Okay, we're live on. We got YouTube, we got Facebook streaming, and I don't really even know why I'm making a Saturday Night Live, but I just couldn't help it because of the name recognition. Remember Saturday Night Live? Oh yeah, cheese bucket, cheese bucket. All right, I got to show you something. I got to show you something what I bought the other day on Amazon. So I was buying some lights for my sign out front, the Henry McClure live sign here at the Glass Houses studio where we're live. I'm chewing some of that Nero gum that Joe Rogan. It gives you a little kick. Zero sugar. Stop by. I had to run some errands tonight, but I want to tell you, for those of you that followed the Noto sign damage. I think it was just some artsy guy that couldn't spell. Really, you know, probably wearing a one of those like raspberry berets. That is not the type of sign that we want to see in Noto. But I'll tell you what I am going to do. I'm going to take the high road, baby. We're going up. We're going up to billboards. That way, they're going to. I want to see those guys scale the billboards and get me. But look at this. Look at it. Look at this. Look, I mean, can you even see this thing? So this is really kind of funny. Actually, I had some stuff I want to talk to you about, but I will. Look at this. So you put it on the sign. It's solar powered, right? And I I think I'm going to have to send these back. You know, I don't even know if I want to put them together just to see what they do. They weren't that expensive, but I'm pretty sure I got them on Amazon. Have you guys been over to the Glass Houses studio? I took one of the old newspaper things, um, the Capital Journal newspaper. Todd gave me one. Todd Kunkel, and I'll tell you something. I really wish we would have. I could have collected 100 of these things. He was scrapping them, but I've got a sign in it that says, Amazon delivery. You can't miss it. You're standing at my front door. You can't miss it. It's right there at your feet. And an Amazon guy put it by the door. I mean, all you got to do is just lean over this way and open it up. I will be making a sign out of my stencils. I like those stencils. I'd rather be that guy. I was telling him I go to Home Depot a lot, and I've got the pro account. If you don't have one, get one. Uh, they've got somebody at the pro desk now on Saturdays, and they're really it's to me it's the best customer service Home Depot provides is that pro account. And you the more paint you buy, you get discounts, and I've been having fun renovating the uh, 520. It's been fun, but I think what I'm going to do is break down and go ahead and get a security light from Evergy because it's not much. And I'd like to have it more lit up around here because I'm telling you something, and I've been saying it. I've been saying it for a long time. We're going to have to get some more money for Brian Hill. We're going to have to. Um, we're going to have to make it more secure around this joint. I want every business owner to look into putting your security cameras online so the sheriff and the Topeka Police Department can use it to keep you safe. Just better do it. If you're not walking around with a handgun, you better. Brian Hill, our sheriff, went down to the border and he recommends all his friends to carry a gun. It's it's a really sad state of affair, but maybe we're living in the Wild Wild West. Here we are. But I do Henry McClure, the renovator developer, does not recommend whatever this little thing is. 24-hour electronic security. Wonder light. Wonder. 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 Wonder who wrote the book of love. All right. Here we are. So let's talk about, let me use an analogy, and let's just call it the hotel factor. Because now Topeka can all identify with the wisdom, the infinite wisdom of our government and how they operate. And I'm telling you what, the hotel factor and the Go Topeka factor are exactly the same thing. They really are. They're taking your capital and putting it in the wrong place. But let's just keep the conversation right now, the hotel mentality. And I would like to say, no matter what your profession is, I respect you. I do. Uh, you chose it to make a living, and God bless you. I love you. And I've made my own bed, being a real estate broker and a developer. But my livelihood, a lot of times, is affected by the hotel mentality. We have lost out on so many different opportunities in this community that are that's a long list, and a lot you don't hear about them because the failures just move on. People just take Topeka, knock it off the list. There's so many successful people that just say, every time there's a couple of guys, every time I bring up Topeka to them as a place to want to invest and do a deal, they just go, Henry, it's life too short. Life's too short to have to cope with the hotel mentality. And boy, we're gonna have to not forget the hotel mentality. So look, the whole idea with the sales tax was to broaden the tax base and increase the population. So there, in the story, your taxes are going up, and there's not a lot of new folks to talk to. There's, from May 2nd, 2015, or I'm sorry. Oh, you want to know what that is? That was the day of the transcendence. And that was the day I started looking at everything so differently. Thank God. Amen. But I literally now see, and I'm also ready to move on. If I want to get in and create an even playing field for everybody. It's not about Henry McClure enriching himself, but look, I don't want to play this like I'm taking the ultimate sacrifice, but you can make a lot of money in real estate. You can lose a lot of money in real estate. And the hotel factor in Topeka has made me lose a lot of money. See, look, I don't have a script here on the Tonight Show. We're live, Saturday Night Live. So when you have to rely on the next payday and you've got the hotel mentality blocking your deals, it's disheartening. And I've got nothing to lose. I've got nothing to lose to say it like it is and bring it forward. And yeah, I had a uh, big disadvantage economically to my opponent in Shawnee County commission race. But look, let's just let's look at it right now. So I'm here trying to get you to think about, forget party lines. Forget about whether you're a Republican or Democrat today. Just forget about it. Let's put Shawnee County first. Oh, I got something from the Ethics Commission, which probably has got fingerprints of somebody I know. And so SNCO first is it's like the name of my campaign. And what I'd really like to do is create a party called SNCO first, Shawnee County first, where people come together. Like the perfect people would be Earl McIntosh's 5,400 people that signed the petition to that just got squelched because of the hotel mentality. You're not going to tell those guys what to do. You're not going to do it. And I'm telling you, I about fell over the other day when Karen Hiller says, "Hey, well, look, we're learning about this stuff as we're going along." Hey, hey, baby, what about the learning curve? How long have you been there? You're not, you are not cutting it. And I'm telling you, we gotta use the hotel mentality. We got to fill that hotel up with people that want to run for 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 city council, and we got to come in with a slate of 10 people. I'd like to see Earl McIntosh bring forward 9 more people. The hotel mentality. Oh, I will be making a Cora request, open records, Kansas open records request. So about mold. Let's clear up the rumor. Somebody told me there's mold in that hotel. There's mold in the mentality. Here, excuse me. Hey, it's my table. How many put gum under their desk in high school? Guilty. Uh-oh. They'll use that against me coming up. So the hotel mentality. I think it's a perfect way to sum up what's wrong with Shawnee County. It's the hotel mentality because the government thinks they're the smartest thing since um, Einstein, whatever. But the hotel mentality is the best way. And if you don't have the hotel mentality, find my name on the ballot, give me a check mark because I do not have that hotel mentality. I was asked the other day, would I have how I would have voted on the revenue neutral? Well, I would say we need to adhere to revenue neutral. We can't spend more than we can take in, and we have to go back to zero-based budgeting. But I'm telling you something, we're going to have to shift some things. We're going to have to shift some things over to our sheriff's department. We need to have, it's almost like a military situation. We need to think like military, and you'll thank me later. You will thank me later. Don't be so naive. But Today I kind of wish I missed the helicopter. But I do think the camera systems are the coolest thing. And for $350 and 150 a year, you can hook your cameras up to them. And what's important on those cameras, it's the upload speed. So I think I drive home a good point, uh, and I don't want to disparage anybody else for what they do and how they make money. And it's really nice to get a paycheck. So Social Security is just not quite enough for me. So I'm going to keep working, but also too, you know, uh, divorces are expensive, and I wouldn't wish divorce on anybody. But I'm not going to blame anybody for where I'm at today. But I can tell you, since May 2nd, 2015, my life's gotten a lot better. And I'll tell you what I do like about Dr. Gundry. I'm always talking about Dr. Gundry. Avoid lectins. Find out what lectins are. Avoid polyphenols. And really, what's really wild is when you break it down to the to what we should be consuming. I'm comfortable eating a Chick-fil-A sandwich. I don't eat the bread. I like the pickles. But there is so I wish they were cooked in olive oil. You got to get cold pressed olive oil. But Chick-fil-A, I did get some really good timing on old Kevin. The opening of Chick-fil-A, the the announcement of Panda Express up on Highway 24, and I really hope um, the hotel mentality doesn't kill the Whataburger deal. And I got I got put in the doghouse for a little while over the last article because see, I'd rather I think sometimes um, you got to air it out in the public. Hey, look, the Glass Houses Studios also goes on. I'm going to keep the office here. Anyway, I gave a commitment to Ryan Mowinkle here at the Ryan Mowinkle building, home of the Glass Houses Studio, here at 3625 Southwest 25th, which you can't see my sign because of these lights. I'm sending those back. But it'd be a perfect time for I got to get some sponsors, but we've got to be more transparent. It's an Easter egg hunt trying to put everything together between the city, the county, what is Jetto, uh, what's the interlocal agreement, why is the treasurer not the one collecting the taxes and deciding who closes? Why is the county councilor abusing his position? It's wrong. We've got to. What happened there was uh, my good friend Larry Ma says, "Hey Henry, one day they got sick of one of the treasurers and they took the power away from him." But the scales of justice are not blind in this town. The scales of justice are it's hey, who's your last name? What's your last name? It's it it's the hotel mentality. I couldn't put it any better. I think that's the catch-all phrase. Next time you see something really bad, just say, "Oh, let's turn it into a thing." A thing. It's the hotel mentality, baby. Here we are. Oh man, but let's go back to the hotel mentality. And you know why I think the hotel failed? Because I think we're failing by the way we're running the expo center. And I haven't got into that, but man, I want to get into that. But we ought to have we let's talk about the expo center because that's where I'd really rather shoot the Saturday Night Live show because we need an audience. I need a bigger venue. Oh man, let's get Gutfeld here, or let's get. I mean, we've got such an opportunity to exploit Kansas. We've got the third largest airport, and we got to quit being the town that has a program called Choose Topeka. It's the equivalent of, hey, they had to tie a pork chop around that kid's neck to get the dog to play with him. But that's what we are in Topeka. We're our own worst enemy. If we would just fix the roads, uh, avoid boil alerts from water, uh, spend our capital, take our sales tax money and use it as capital. And that's what the hotel mentality, they don't know how to do that because they've not lived deal to deal. And that's what guys like me have. And we've got so many good real estate people in this town that can take over. So what if there's 150 lots on inventory that sit there? We'll figure it out. But we can't not put them on the market. We can't we can't make up the rules based on whatever the guy's last name is. It's got to stop. The hotel mentality. Hey, I coined a phrase today. And not that I invented it, because I know you've been thinking it. It was all your idea. Oh man. Hey, that Nero gum works. It's got a little caffeine in it. And I'm having a little caffeine. Stop by the Classic Bean on the way. Hey, you can call in tonight. The phone lines are open. You can reach it 785-235-3353. Let's see if we don't have anybody watching here. Let's see if we don't have anybody on YouTube. So I'm telling you what, we're gonna call it a night. I think in the morning, if I could get up on time, which I will, I think it's Grace Cathedral. But I always got Victory Church right across the street. And I like going to the storehouse because it's really fun to watch how the Clues family has morphed. It's cool seeing Senator Clues. He's a good guy. And you know what I like about Senator Clues? I mean, at least his divine intervention happened a lot sooner. But I can relate to people that have had huge changes in their lives. And what happens during these changes? You lose the hotel mentality. It just goes away. All right. Saturday Night Live. Henry McClure. Hey, if nobody's told you they love you, know that I love you. Good night. Hey, YouTubers. Good night.